Oh no! She's made another video in the same day wearing the same lipstick and the same jacket. Crucify her. Nah, I'm just playing. Just joking. So, I got asked about 6 months ago. Oops. I got asked 6 months ago to do the Perfect Imperfections tag, and I've not had the chance to do it because I've got caught away with other things. I got abducted by aliens. My grandma found out that I was actually one of the Muppets, and then I ran away to start the Muppets show, and then I became addicted to heroin while spanking a cat and tying it to a lamppost, and then I became friends with Will Smith, and then me and Will Smith walked off into the sunset, and then he offered me the role in 28 Days Later that he wasn't in, and then Cillian Murphy came in and went, "Yo, you must be kidding because you are talking about that film that I am in," and that's what it's called. It's called I Am Legend. Anyway, so basically I've not had the chance to do this video, and I thought, do you know what? I've just finished my Fraulein video and I may as well quickly do this now before I make my tea and before I go and play in the sun and pretend to be a dinosaur. I'm going to be going playing with my little brother, by the way, so I don't technically just go outside and go, hey, I'm going to pretend to be a dinosaur or a cat. But the whole point of the Perfect Imperfections tag is to name 3 things you love about yourself, like about yourself, blah 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 blah, and 3 things that you dislike, hate, whatever of yourself, and they're your perfect imperfections. So the 3 things you like about yourself might necessarily be the things that people don't actually know that you like about yourself, and the 3 things that you dislike about yourself, people might actually like you for those 3 things. So just want to create a little cute message beforehand. Well, not create, but just be honest with you, because I'm Jess and I'm honest. But yeah, I just want to say one thing. I'm not going to pick all vanity things. I'm not going to pick all facial things. I'm not going to pick all bodily things. I'm going to name a physical thing. I'm going to name a personal thing. Whatever. I'm just going to do it my way. I just want to say that you are all perfect. And the reason that you are all perfect is because of your imperfections. They are what make you beautiful. And I absolutely dislike my imperfections with a passion, but they tend to be the most favourite things to do with other people on me. And I can say this here and now that I absolutely love freckles, and so many people that have done this tag have disliked the fact they have freckles. And it's like, what? I love freckles! I can't remember what YouTuber, I can't remember what her name was, but she has freckles and she was saying that she absolutely dislikes her freckles, and if she could get rid of them completely she would, and she covers them up with makeup. And I was like, what? I absolutely love freckles. I remember my first ever boyfriend ever had freckles, and it was one of those guys where you look back now and you think, why? Why did I like this person? Why? But back then I just remember what attracted me to him was his freckles, and all my friends thought it was crazy, but I absolutely love freckles, especially on little kids. But anyone that has freckles, anyone, I just think freckles make everyone look 10 times cuter. Meh, but that's just me, that's just my opinion. Guys, should I start with my imperfections or my perfections? Decisions. As you can see, I'm actually doing this all off the top of my head. It's not written down anywhere. Like I could be bothered writing things down. I'm not going to script anything that I ever say, as you can see from the beginning of this video. Okay, I'm going to start with my imperfections, because imperfections is a lot easier for me than perfections. Okay, imperfections. I really don't like my tiny teeth. Really don't like my tiny teeth. And a lot of people think that's my cutest feature. A lot of people think it's my cutest feature. Like, so many people have pointed it out to me. Like, for example, my friend Dave. Like, when I'm smiling or when I'm eating food or whenever I'm pulling faces that involve my teeth. Tiny teeth. I have extremely tiny teeth. And little fangs. I like my little fangs though. They are what make me me. But then again, I've just turned around and said I don't like them. So I'd say the physical thing I don't like about myself is my teeth. I kind of just wish they were straighter, even though they are pretty straight. I wish they were whiter, even though everybody always compliments me on how white my teeth are. I just don't like my teeth very much, to be honest. So that's one of the physical things that I don't like about myself, even though there are a lot, and I mean a lot of physical things that I don't like about myself. But I'm going to try and narrow it down to those things that, yeah, okay. Actually, I'm going to name another physical one while I'm here. This finger. My finger is bent. If I show you my hands like this, no, if I show you my hands like this, you'll be able to see. Stupidly wonky finger. If I'm walking down the street and somebody picks on me and they go, "Yummy, you mosher, you dirty mosher, who do you think you are? You got pink hair." And I go, "Oh, piss off." The joke is on me. Look at that. My middle finger is bent. Luckily for me, none of these chavs or these people that I have swore at have noticed the middle finger because I've been quite far away when they've said it. Because I've noticed people always pick on you when you're far away. So yeah, middle finger. Had to shove that in there because it's the bentest finger I've ever seen in my life on TV and especially on me. So that's one thing, that's another thing. So that's two physical things that I really don't like about myself. My little teeth and my bent middle finger. Bent toe on each foot to match. I am not joking. And nobody finds that cute. I have not met one person in the world that finds my middle finger cute. No one. No one! Okay, so that's it for those two. Now I'm gonna name another thing that I don't like about myself. And this is a more in-depth personal thing that I don't like about myself. I am bipolar, and I don't know if many of my subscribers know that I am bipolar. And bipolar affects everyone differently that happen to be bipolar. And I found that one of the things with being bipolar is I look into things a lot. Sometimes I really don't mean to look into these things and I can't help but look into these things, but when I look into these things, I really look into these things. Like, I can get insulted to oblivion and back, but if I'm in that raw, gentle, delicate flower mood, it will crush me. I won't want it to, but it will. And I'll snap back, and I mean snap back. And I'm one of those people that I'm so nice to everybody, and I know that, well, that sounds like so many people will say, "Oh, look at me, I'm well nice." But I can be the nicest person that you've ever met, but I can also be the horriblest. But I will never ever be horrible or rude to anyone unless they push my buttons. And if I'm having one of those little bipolar days where my mood is, I can go from being happy and hyper and crazy and yeah to really down and depressed and slightly suicidal. I know because it's happened, and the recorded shortest time of my mood changing like that has been 5 minutes. I've gone from being stupidly happy to suicidal, and that was because of one thing one person said. And that was quite a long time ago, but it was back when I was being bullied. So it was when I was starting to actually figure out that there probably was something slightly weird about me. But yeah, back when I was being bullied, that little switch went boop. So yeah, my mood really fluctuates. That's one of those, I like it, but I don't like it. It's just like, because dopamine will be like, "Wow, brain!" But then at the same time, I'll just be like, so I'm the most optimistic person, but I can be extremely pessimistic at the same time. So one of the things I really don't like about myself is the bad points of being bipolar, but there are a lot of good points too. And I don't know if you knew or not, but a lot of the famous artists out there and musicians, a lot of the very, very famous and skillful people and talented people in the world are bipolar. So if there's anyone bipolar out there that feel like they're alone and they're weird and crazy and will never ever amount to anything because people have told me that, then look at all these famous people out there that are extremely talented musicians and artists and generally people, because being bipolar does not change you. It does not change you in any shape or form. It alters your mood and the way that your brain thinks for certain amounts of time, but it does not change your personality. You are what makes you you, and you are beautiful. And but these are the things that I don't like about myself, that I'd probably not change them because that's what makes me me, but if I have to pick imperfections about myself, they're my imperfections. I let people walk all over me a lot, and it's only since recently that I've actually managed to grab the balls. So if like, probably about the past year, I've actually turned around and said to myself, I'm not going to let anybody have a million chances if they mess with me or they hurt me. No more chances like that, no more. So that's another thing that really gets to me. Because I've been out there and I've been so nice to people, and people have took the piss out of me being incredibly nice. So then they've took the piss more and more and more, and I've just noticed my camera's wonky, so it's going to be a really wonky video, but oh well. Every now and then I do slip up and I'm not as strong as I should be, but I guess that's human nature. Okay, the 3 things I like about myself. How do I say things that I like about myself without coming across as a complete, utter, big-headed twat? Well, what do you think, Mr. Hairspray Bottle? What do you think? The hairspray bottle is ignorant and does not reply. What do I like about myself? Aha! I really like my eyes. Like, I really, really, really like my eyes. That's one feature of my face that would never, ever, ever change. I have hazel eyes, so it's like a greeny brown eyes. In the light outside, they look really vibrant green as well, which is really cool. So one thing I would never change about myself is my eye. Check that little scar here as well. I'd never change that either. It goes with it. It's me. And I think that scars are beautiful because they all tell a story. So that's one thing I wouldn't change about myself, my eyes. What else? What else? What else? What else? Feel free to comment if you want to have an opinion. I think that your opinion is wrong on this. So I think this is perfect, but this is really an imperfect. I don't like your cheeks. Well, sorry, I can't change them. I can't change my cheeks. 2 things that I like about myself. I like the fact that I'm actually insane. I am actually crazy. I've got a screw missing. A massive screw is loose in this brain that... Why was I going to give myself the name Juice? There's a massive screw loose in my brain, but I would never, ever, ever, ever tighten that screw and make myself normal. Like, I wake up in the morning, I'll get dressed in the most random clothes, and I'll get on the bus with my crazy eye makeup, and I can be in the most hyper craziest moods, and I can say the weirdest things that just pop into my head. And so many people think it's insane, but I love the fact that I have the self-belief and confidence to actually do that nearly every single day of my life. Even after being bullied, I've still got this confidence to walk around the streets and stuff, and be the person that I am. Just the other day, I was walking through Tesco and I'd lost Cade because he'd wandered off and we were both looking for salsa, and I was minding my business and I was looking for salsa. Like I just said, I was looking for salsa, and I thought, while I'm here, I'll see if they have any of these pickles that I absolutely love because they're yummy. After this video, I'm going to eat some pickles. Yum, 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 yum. Not those big green ones that are like, but I mean those like little pickled, silver skin pickles. They're so good. I can't stop eating recently. I'm just eating so much, it's insane. But I was looking for those, and there was 2 chavs behind me, well, 2 girls, and one girl, she was brown and she had like bright red hair. I know. She had bright red hair and a browny, thick, orange tanned face. I blame you, Rihanna. The thing is with Rihanna is her skin is naturally that colour. She might tan a little bit or she might use bronzer and stuff, but she's naturally dark skinned and she uses the specific right shade of red that goes with her complexion, and she gets away with being tanned with bright red hair. But truly, deep down, I think that only really if you're pale or maybe like slightly tanned, you get away with the really, really bright hair. And it's like, there's a lot of black people as well out there as well that really do get away with having red hair, but there's no girl I've seen that has a thick, cakey brown, fake tan and too much makeup on with bright red hair that looks good, and this girl was one of them. But I'm a very polite person. She could be a really nice girl, so I didn't say anything to her and I just carried on doing my thing. So I was doing my thing and she turned around to a friend and started basically slagging me off, which I thought was absolutely nice and definitely very, very mature. Not. And she was basically saying, that purple hair it's not vibrant enough for me. Meh, 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 meh. And if she had known me, then she would have known I've also had bright red hair. The only difference is I know how to combinate it. That's not a word, but I'm angry. I know how to match it with my skin colour. She must have been, deep down, the same colour as me. And her skin, I am not even joking, was... Wait, that's a pip. I don't even know how to show you, but it was stupidly bleh. Okay, and she started being mean and saying lots of nasty things about me, and I'm too angry now to actually remember what it was she said. But they started giggling about me, and my instant reaction when somebody insults me is to laugh. It's the way my dad has brought me up. He said bullies don't like it if you smile or laugh because they know that they aren't getting to you, and what bullies like to do is get at you. So people out there, if anyone's ever insulting you and they want you to cry, they want you to show a sign of weakness because they get a kick off that, laugh. Seriously, just smile. Anyway, I was looking at these pickles and they were saying really nasty things about me, and I laughed. I laughed incredibly loudly. There was a massive pause and I walked off because I went to look for Cade and my salsa. It was not in this aisle. I was not impressed. So I walked off, flailing my hands everywhere. Okay, I wasn't doing that. So I walked off and then I heard them trying to mimic my laugh, and I thought, that's the best they can actually think of, mimicking my laugh. Oh dear Lord. Shame on you. Think of a better comeback, my dears. Think of a better comeback. They followed me around the store. And I went and got the security guard, but not to kick them out, but for him to show me where the salsa was and the pickles because I couldn't find them. And he was showing me where they were because he was a very nice guy, the security guard. He didn't even work there. Well, he did, but he wasn't one of the normal salespeople. And he was showing me where they were. We were walking around the shop, and the girl with the bright red hair and her equally as dirty tanned friend, they were walking, stopped, and their faces dropped. And they walked off incredibly fast. They must have thought that I had complained that they had been insulting me in the store. It shows how weak they really are. Big pussies actually thought I'd gone to tell on them like it was school again. I can fight my own battles, but their faces, they were actually scared of me because I had the security guard, which was funny. And I didn't see them again at all until I'd found Cade and I'd gone to pay for all my stuff, like my salsa. That salsa was so good. I love salsa, especially the salsa that they do in Texas. All you Texans out there, you do the best salsa in the world. The best salsa. I don't care if it's Mexican salsa and you just have it in Texas because it's Texas, but the best salsa I have ever had in the world is the Texan salsa. Yum! Does not compare, does not compare. The Dorito salsa over here is nowhere near as good as the salsa in Texas. Nowhere near as good. I've gone so off topic. I'm going to continue what I was saying anyway. And then the girls saw me again and they saw me with Cade. And they must have thought, oh, she's not on her own. We can't pick on her anymore. And their faces dropped when they saw Cade. And it was hilarious. And then I laughed very loudly. Not like that, but you know. So all these girls out there that are jealous, all these mean girls out there that are jealous of the fact that you have enough, you know, oomph to walk around and just be who you are and not follow all these trends. Following trends and fashion is fine, but you should definitely add your own personal touch to these things and not like get yourself completely stressed over trying to buy certain things to fit in. Never do that. You should never do that. Never dress to impress. And these girls did not win. Okay, so that's one thing that I like about myself. The confidence that I have to be me. What else do I like about myself? Another thing that goes kind of with the confidence thing is the fact that I can actually get on stage and dance and sing and play my instrument. I never get stage fright. That's something I like, but that kind of goes with the confidence thing. What else do I like? Oh, another thing I like is the fact that I have got so much abuse for starting to make YouTube videos. So much abuse. I have a form spring that I don't really use anymore, and I just instantly was getting hate on there, and it was from people that I knew, people from college when I was in college and people like that, giving me loads of abuse. And one of them, you might actually be watching this video, one of them was somebody I had nothing against, and all I had to say was nice things to him all the way through college. But yeah, I got a lot of hate on Formspring, and I was also getting messages on YouTube of people that I knew, and there's probably about 2 people that I don't know, just random people, but they was only subscribed to me, so it kind of looked like it was probably the same people anyway. But anyway, basically I've had people pressuring me and bullying me into stopping doing these videos, and I've just turned around and said, nobody's going to tell me what to do. Nobody has the right to tell me to stop making videos. I enjoy making videos, and I think this is a really good way for me to express myself and to give the world my opinion, and I've made so many friends through having YouTube, and I love YouTube. I've become quite passionate about it, and I didn't think I would ever become passionate about vlogging random stuff, but The fact that I've actually managed to ignore the bullies and not looked at myself in the mirror and thought, stop doing YouTube, it's silly, your channel is silly. The fact that I'm still here making this video for you, I'm quite proud of that fact. So that's something that I like about myself, the fact that I've not given in to the bullies. So yeah,